Yeah. You know, if we're doing like 5 of these simultaneously within 5 minutes, it's pushing it.
I
So
can't
would
get
be
back
right.
in. I can't
I
get
would.
back in. I know how to. I'll just turn the phone off. Turn it back on.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got too many things going at once.
All right. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay.
All right. Have you come up with anything else yet?
No, Devin, I'm waiting YouTube, and this is another issue. I'm trying to connect. I've never seen this issue. It's trying to, and it gets about 3/4 of the way of setting me up a link, and it times out. I don't know if there's an issue with my internet connection or why. I've never run into this before.
Have you tried to just refresh it?
Yeah, it's saying timed out. Try again. I'm doing it right now, which is basically a refresh, and it's hung up. It's about 80% of the way. There it goes. It's connection timed out. Let me just exit that.
So I actually can see it right now. If I look in the top left of the Zoom window, it says live on YouTube. I clicked that and clicked view stream on YouTube, and it popped right up for me. I can actually see you.
On my app? No, you're not. I'm trying to get it where it works within my app.
Right. No, I'm just seeing it on.
No. Yeah, the Zoom meeting's working. What I'm trying to do is stream it to YouTube. Let me go back here. It says I'm live streaming. This is not gonna work.
Okay, so now I see where our issue is coming. In order to stream to YouTube and have, a tech person for each breakout room, as well as, each stream going to YouTube, that's going to actually end up costing probably an extra $6,000 per day for the YouTube version of it. So it almost sounds like that might be the more expensive way to go.
Well, hang on, I think I've got this YouTube link set up. If you want to look at the app that I've set out there, refresh it, or you don't even have to refresh it. Just exit out of that particular session, open back up the sample live stream with YouTube.
I do see that, yep.
Okay, now, what were you saying as far as having all these people? What do we need them to do? We just need to be able to connect whoever's starting the webinar to, to a YouTube site, and I just need to know that link. But
So Thomas, this is Matt. It's not that simple. To stream through YouTube, we need the main and backup computer to stream. We need the encoders. We need a webcast technician, and that would be for every single room. So you're adding a crap load of equipment and a webcast technician.
All right, hold on a minute. Once you're streaming, don't we just need an account to stream it to with a login? Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just streaming it to YouTube and I'm logging into my account. And then it gives me, YouTube just generates a link of which I'm using. I don't know if you can see that.
I understand how YouTube works, but there is equipment and personnel on our end to make that happen.
Okay, well, how are the Zoom meetings going to happen now? Are you involved at all on the plenary, on the breakouts, or no?
Yeah, we would have a technical representative there to back end moderate the Zoom meetings. Yes.
Okay, so they've got to be there anyway. So what's
the different expertise and functionality?
Can they not? Can they not? Okay. They can't click the three buttons at the bottom and say streaming on live on YouTube and have it connect, and then, if they're going to be, I don't know where they're going to reside. I guess I'm confused on where everybody is. Are we physically at a hotel, or are we all just at remote sites, or I don't know?
Everybody's at remote sites, and again, a streaming technician's expertise level is different than a Zoom moderator. If we're treating these all as streaming events, that's fine, but we're going to treat them as such.
Okay, well, I guess this is going to be an Amanda call, because I'm not, it's not my call on which way to go here, but I'm just trying to.
It seems to me we're adding a lot of equipment, personnel, and complexities, something that doesn't need to be there.
Let me ask this. I thought maybe we could just stream this. It doesn't have to be YouTube, to Vimeo or anywhere else. Vimeo has accounts where you can just, whatever Zoom session you have on, it just streams it to Vimeo. Same way with YouTube. I mean, and all I need is a link of where it's being streamed. I mean, is that a whole different animal there?
To do it professionally, yes. I'm not going to put my name on it doing it that way.
Well, it's no different than, the live Zoom meeting. We're not.
It is different.
Doing anything, huh?
It is different. If we're handling it, I'm going to do it in a professional manner.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to Amanda, and, I'm going to show her. It's just a much cleaner experience for the user to not exit out of the application, require users to download Zoom to watch the thing, and then no longer do our Q&A. Our Q&A works. We have to use Zoom Q&A. They may want to go that direction. It's just a much clunkier system.
If y'all want to handle that side of things and handle it that way, more power to you.
Okay. I guess I'll just talk to Amanda and see what she says. So from your end, you're going to currently you're going to be providing someone to host the Zoom meeting, correct? But they're not going to be skilled enough to click three buttons and tell it to stream to.
Yeah, and if there's any problems with that stream, though, I want to make it clear that we're not going to have personnel on to deal with that.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't need that. I mean, I that's what I'm there for. And, I just need to know it's streaming to YouTube, and if it fails, it fails. I mean, we're just trying to make it as a clean of experience for the user. I'm new at this. You have a lot more experience at it, but
sure. But you understand it in my world, if it fails is not an acceptable response.
Well, in my world too. I mean, I've got my name on it too.
Right, which is why I'm saying if we're in charge of those streams, we're going to do it professionally, where the words "if it fails, don't enter into the equation. So if you guys want to do it that way, again, I'm not trying to be difficult. I just don't want to promise something that I don't feel is 100% foolproof.
Okay.
So in that scenario, we would provide the technician to be on Zoom to moderate the Zoom call, but we would not be responsible for any issues with a stream for the breakout rooms.
Okay, well, as far as if we do it the Zoom way, I don't know, have you, let me show you the app while you're standing right there. Devin, can you show him, on the app, I've got two samples. One is our live stream we're doing right now. When you click on it, it stays within, the application. Okay, is yours working?
To be honest, it seems frozen. It says live stream
Yeah,
offline, and
mine was frozen too, so I'm trying to figure out why. I'm refreshing it to see what's happening there.
So if you read through all the YouTube and Zoom chats, this is a very, very unstable way of doing things. It freezes a lot. There are a ton of issues with doing it this way. In theory, sure, it works fine. In practicality, it works half the time.
Okay. So then the second way, the way you're suggesting is the Zoom example of Zoom webinar. Click on that so you can see. Then I can have a join now. So it's just going to click to your Zoom link. It's going to exit outside of the that browser and open a new tab.
Correct. And I'm not saying this is a perfect way to do it. I'm saying this has less of a chance of technical failure.
I think we might have just lost him. Yeah, I think he may have somehow left.
I'm trying not to sound like a bit.
No, I know. I think when he clicked that, it like joined it. Come back in just a second.
If it fails, it fails. Like,
Yeah, that's not
write that into your proposal.
right.
Ignore mine.
Yeah.
The fact that you're doing a test and it's frozen right now illustrates my issue.
Yes, it perfectly illustrates it. You're right. There he is.
There.
Sorry about that. I think I disconnected myself when I clicked when I was trying to join that external Zoom session. It tried to start a new Zoom session. It disconnected me here.
Right.
So the issue I was having when I tried it on my mobile device, it was asking me for a meeting code. I have Zoom already installed on my device, so I'm assuming if someone does not, it's going to ask them to download the app. But then it was asking me for a meeting code and some other things. On my desktop, it wasn't asking me that. So I'm trying to avoid confusion on the user end. So I know you don't have this app or not trying it on a mobile device, but if I try it, let me try it real quick. Okay, it's going to open a new window, and then it's asking me to register for the webinar. And I'm using that link, the attendee, Devin, that link you gave me is for the attendee. Is it different than a participant?
A panelist link would be an email that would come to you that would kind of bring you in as a panelist as opposed to attendee. So it is slightly different, but it should be more or less click and join just the specific.
Now a webinar.
This is asking me to log in with a screen name and an email address.
If we have that set up, yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on how we set it up on the front end of it.
Yeah, you can set it up to require registration or not require registration.
Okay, so you could make it where basically it's going to exit, it's going to go to Zoom, but it's going to not ask them any credentials or anything like that. It'll just let them watch it.
Yep.
Okay, now as far as Q&A, does it have abilities within here to do Q&A?
In webinars, it does. I think I had it turned off for this one specifically, mostly because in our other webinar, we wanted to make sure it was off when we were going over stuff, but that Q&A can be turned on for the webinar, absolutely.
Q&As, polling, all that stuff.
And then how does the moderator, how do they see the questions? Can it be set so that the others don't see the questions? The moderator, I guess they have a link somewhere?
The moderators and panelists would see it right at the bottom, and it's basically right dead center next to share screen is where it would be. The moderator and panelists would all see it pop up, but none of the attendees would see that pop up. It would only be the moderator and panelists.
Okay, can we set up an example, or it doesn't have to be today, where, we do have all those features where you don't have to log in, you got it set up as a moderator so see how it works. I just want to be able to understand, make sure this is gonna, that way I can show Amanda, hey, this is the way it works. And I want to build some confidence because, like I say, I'm new at this too, so I'm just trying to.
Sure, and Tom, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to create a solution that I feel confident in technically. And everything I've seen and read is that the Zoom streams straight to Facebook and YouTube without encoding sitting in between it glitches and freezes a lot.
Okay. And you're, as far as the plenary and stuff, am I correct to say you're going to be streaming that to like a Vimeo or what?
Vimeo Enterprise, so it's not a normal, it's a much higher end experience, but yes.
Okay.
But that's
And what-
streamed with encoders, like that is streamed as a professional webcast.
Okay. But to stream all the breakouts to do to a Vimeo is a lot more expensive, is what you're saying.
Well, if we were doing it, we would stream them exactly the same way we were doing the plenary, which again is going to add significant costs to every single breakout.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's the way to do it, where I know from a technical stream and encoding standpoint, I can stand behind it and say, yes, this will work.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I just need to, let's do an example where we don't have any login credentials, and I can see how the Q&A works, and get a feel for it myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you want, well, I can get that going for today. If you prefer to do it Monday, we can do it Monday because.
Well, I don't know what time. I mean, I'd love to get it done sooner than later, just so I'm comfortable with it. But if you have time, I'd appreciate it today.
I'll let you two coordinate. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. As soon as we hop off here, I can get that ready and set in just a few minutes. So honestly,
Okay.
if you want me to just send you over the new webinar link here in a couple minutes,
Yeah.
let's say by 2:20 to 2:30, we'll jump back on and we'll go from there.
That'll be great.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that set for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.